Every day, we consume pharmaceuticals to stay healthy, to ward off diseases, and to treat illnesses. But what happens to these pharmaceuticals once they've entered the body? Research has shown that not all pharmaceutical content is absorbed by the body, and consequently, some of it enters the sewage system through human waste, creating a risk to the environment. At the CRP Henry Tudor, we are tackling a part of this challenge through a specific project. This project is called PILS.
In PILS, we're trying to answer two fundamental questions. Question 1, to what extent can we remove these pharmaceuticals from the wastewater? Question 2, is it better to remove these pharmaceuticals at source before they enter the wastewater treatment system? Or is it better to allow them into the wastewater treatment system and upgrade a conventional water treatment plant to deal with them?
Pharmaceuticals enter wastewater systems through mainly two sources: diffused sources and point sources. The most common example of a diffused source is a home. In a typical urban area, there are thousands of such diffused sources, with each one introducing a small quantity of pharmaceutical waste into the sewage. The opposite of a diffuse source is a point source. A point source introduces a large amount of pharmaceutical content into the sewage system in a single location. The most common examples of point sources are hospitals and elderly care homes.
What happens is that very small amounts of antibiotics, painkillers and even drugs used in cancer treatments enter the environment. Now, at those small amounts, they do not have an impact on humans, but they do have an impact on the environment. And in the PILS project, we study what happens when these pollutants enter the environment. We are partnering with the water agency here in Luxembourg and the Hospitalier Emile Mayrisch in Esch, where we have a pilot plant to conduct our research.
The pilot plant consists of two major parts. So the first part is the MBR, the membrane bioreactor, where an influent pump feeds the membrane bioreactor with fresh wastewater, so hospital wastewater, which is firstly mechanically treated by an influent sieve, which takes out all the coarse material, and then the wastewater is pumped into the bioreactor. In the bioreactor, there are bacteria who are removing all the nutrients like organic carbon, phosphorus and nitrogen to maintain their cell process. So we are benefiting from this bacteria processes to pre-clean the water actually, and then the water is filtered through a membrane which has a pore size smaller than 4 thousandths of a millimeter. At this stage, the wastewater has a quality which equals the quality of a domestic wastewater treatment plant effluent. But there are still remainings of pharmaceuticals in the wastewater, so that has to be further treated. The second stage of the pilot, we are testing advanced treatment technologies. So first, oxidative processes like UV irradiation and ozonation in combination with hydrogen peroxide. The last treatment technology that we will test, this is reverse osmosis, which is a non-permeable membrane, and this will also be assessed to remove pharmaceutical remainings.
Die Motivation für das Centre Hospitalier Emile Mayrisch an diesem Projekt teilzunehmen besteht natürlich auch darin zu wissen, wie wir zukünftige Konstruktionen im Haus planen müssen. Müssen wir bestimmte Abwasserleitungen separat fassen? Müssen wir bestimmte Pflegestationen zusammenfassen? Was bedeutet das im Grunde genommen auch für die einzelnen Pflegestationen? Bedeutet das, dass die Onkologie separat gefasst werden muss? Müssen die Abwasserkanäle separat gefasst werden? Und das ist natürlich ein Aufwand, der konstruktiv bewältigt werden muss. Und dafür muss man die Kosten kennen. Das heißt, auch der finanzielle Aspekt dieses gesamten Projektes ist für uns sehr wichtig. Ein weiter wichtiger Punkt für unsere Motivation, als Krankenhaus an diesem Projekt teilzunehmen, ist, es ist ein umweltrelevantes Projekt. Das heißt, wir übernehmen unsere Verantwortung auch für nachfolgende Generationen, um Antworten zu finden auf Fragen, die wichtig sind. In diesem Zusammenhang, sind Medikamentenreste im Abwasser wirklich gefährlich oder nicht? Wie kann man sie behandeln? Es freut uns natürlich als Krankenhaus, wiederum ein Partner zu sein für Centre Tudor, um Antworten zu finden auf die Fragen, die uns im umweltrelevanten Bereich interessieren.
If, by contributing to the reduction of pharmaceutical waste entering the environment, we help preserve it for future generations, we would consider the PILS project a great success.